What's up? This is Boxing Wade. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to talk about the Junior Middleweight Division, alright, in 2014. I actually wanted to do a video like this when Canelo announced that he was going to fight 3 times next year. I just never got around to it, and as the weeks gone by, I just, more news has popped up. Canelo still hasn't announced who he's going to fight. Cotto still hasn't decided who he's going to fight. Mayweather still hasn't decided who he's fighting. Most likely he's going to fight Amir Khan. But I'm not going to really include Mayweather because he's more of a 147 pounder. And we already know he's the best. So I'm not including him in this video, okay? Basically, I just want to give my breakdown on the Junior Middleweight Division. Who could fight who are the top guys, and what to look forward in 2014, because I think personally I'm very excited for the Junior Middleweight Division. I think that's my favorite division outside of the welterweight division. This is going to be, it's a lot of competition. Lara just beat Austin Trout. That was a really tough fight to predict, but Lara looked so good beating Austin Trout. He looked a lot better than Canelo did when they fought. So there's so much to talk about right now. Now, how should I start this off? Canelo Alvarez, all right? He's planning to fight 3 times next year. I think March, July, September. I think those was the months, or November, or I'm not sure what the months were, but he's planning on fighting 3 times. Now, you got so many guys right now, because James Kirkland also just won against Tapia, all right? So you could throw him in the mix as well, because he even called out Canelo, okay? You still got Cotto, hasn't decided if he's gonna fight Sergio Martinez. Most likely he's gonna fight Sergio Martinez at 160, but he could still come back and fight Canelo after that fight at 154. You know what I'm saying? So we got so many different possibilities of fights here. We don't even know. It's like crazy, all right? I'm excited for the whole division. Now, another thing I want to bring up, no one seems to be talking about the Charlo twins. Like, they're not good. Jermell Charlo has a longer professional career. They're both good. So Jermell Charlo is fighting Gabriel Rosado first quarter next year. All right, and no one seems to be talking about that. I mean, Gabriel Rosado's back at 154, and then Jermell Charlo, I mean, you might call me crazy because he hasn't fought the level of competition yet, but I already have him in my top 5, probably number 5. But I think he's definitely has skills, and he definitely can mix it up well with any of the top 154-pound fighters, all right? And no one seems to be talking about him right now. All right, so let me get right into it. My personal, as far as the top 3, right? The top 3 guys that's in 150. My top 3. This is my personal top 3. You don't have to slander me because or whatever. This is my top 3. Actually did it. My boy USA MVP. Check his channel out. But me and him had a discussion of this on Twitter. We actually put down our top 10 junior middleweight fighters. My top 3 right now would have to say Lara, Canelo, and Demetrius Andrade, all right? Demetrius Andrade is coming off of an impressive win against Vanes Martirosyan, all right? Very impressive win. Even though he got knocked down in the first round, he actually dominated Martirosyan in the first round as well. So the way I look at it as, I have them in my top 3. Now, I'm going to say Lara, to me, is my favorite. I actually think he's the best fighter at 154. Even better than Canelo. I already think he's better than Canelo. I've been though he was better than Canelo. And stylistically, I just think he's better than Canelo. Now, as far as Demetrius Andrade and Canelo, really not too sure, because Demetrius Andrade, I kind of want to see a little bit more. But stylistically, out of the 3 of them, I think he still has the most potential, because Lara is a sharpshooter. He's great on his feet. He has great defense, and his jab and his long range, outside, mid range, long range fighting ability is great. We saw what he did to Austin Trout, who was at one point probably top 3 middleweights. We see what he did. He destroyed Austin Trout, okay? Dominated him the whole fight and knocked him down and almost stopped him in the 11th round, all right? I think Lara's the best. Only thing is, Lara has trouble against really aggressive fighters. He had a couple draws. He definitely beat Paul Williams, but what happened between him and Carlos Molina, what happened between him and Vanes Martirosyan makes me unsure if he were to fight a Demetrius Andrade. I don't really know, because Demetrius is not as good defensively, is not as good on his feet as Lara, but I think Andrade is a good fighter. He likes to fight aggressive. He is a good, he likes to get on the inside, and he'll bang with you on the inside as well, of using his jab. They're both southpaws. I think the fight between them two will go a lot differently than Austin Trout. He would do what Austin Trout tried to do and be more aggressive. So that's the thing. I have those 3 guys in my top 3. I would say Canelo for now at number 2, Demetrius Andrade, but I think Demetrius Andrade has the most potential to get better. I think we see the best of Lara, and I think we see the best of Canelo, all right? Even though they're still young, I think those two, or whatever, so you get my point. Now, as far as everyone else, James Kirkland, you know what? Let me get to that. Canelo, his first fight, is he gonna fight Lara? Everyone's talking about Lara right now, all right? I don't think Canelo is gonna fight Lara the first fight, all right? I would like to see it. I want to see it. But on a business standpoint, for Showtime, it's a little too risky. Canelo is still, you got to remember, he is coming off of a loss. And the first thing they want to do is try to build his brand back up, okay? Build his brand back up. Make him fight a James Kirkland, a Carlos Molina. They're not easy fights, all right? And they're not the fights that's going to convince people that he is the best 154 pounder. But from a business standpoint, if I was Showtime, I would make him fight a Carlos Molina, a James Kirkland, all right? I think James Kirkland fight would be a way better fight than Carlos Molina, because Carlos Molina is too much. He likes to tangle, punch, tangle. He doesn't have any power. He'll do a punch, tangle the whole fight, all right? Very boring fighter, in my opinion. But he does what he has to do to win his fights, all right? So that's what I think. That's my opinion. And then the second and third fight, Canelo could possibly fight, the Cottos, the Laras, whatever. I mean, I think, even Cotto. I think Cotto is not in. Miguel Cotto is my favorite fighter, all right? He's my favorite fighter. I say it all the time on here. But Miguel Cotto is not the toughest challenge for Canelo Alvarez. Whether you think he's going to win or not, I haven't decided who's going to win that fight myself. But I think Lara, Demetrius Andrade is a little bit tougher for a fight stylistically for Canelo than Miguel Cotto is, okay? So you have that, as far as, that's my opinion on who Canelo should fight. I think his second 2 fights should be against Lara or a Demetrius Andrade. Well, Demetrius Andrade is still young, so I think he's still, in 2014, I don't think he's really up there yet to fight Canelo as far as his name, as far as his name is concerned. But I definitely think he should be fighting maybe an Austin Trout, maybe one of the Charlo twins, maybe, there's a lot of guys in 154 right now. Gabriel Rosado, whether he beats Jamel Charlo or not, I think Demetrius Andrade should definitely fight one of the top guys. He beat Vanes Martirosyan, and you got to remember, we still got guys that lost. We have Austin Trout, we have Vanes Martirosyan, all right? We still have we still have Cornelius Bundridge, you know what I'm saying? We still have Ishe Smith. These are guys that lost this year, and they're still top guys in the 100. There's so many fights that could be made right now, especially for the up-and-coming guys like Demetrius Andrade, Jamal Charlo, you know what I'm saying? And, it's so many fights that could be made, all right? But as far as Cotto, I hope Cotto fights Canelo. I've been wanting to see that fight. And I totally forgot. Luis Collazo is fighting Victor Ortiz. Victor Ortiz is back in the mix now. All right, so depending on how he looks against Louis Collazo, which is a very tough fight. It's gonna be a very tough fight against Ortiz. You got Louis Collazo. He's lost to Berto. I felt he won the fight against Berto. I remember watching that fight. I was a big Berto fan at the time, and I was like, I think Louis Collazo got him by a round or two. Okay, Victor Ortiz is coming back. He was also supposed to fight Canelo, but he lost to Josecito Lopez. He got his jaw broken. And you know, Cotto and Canelo. Let me just put this out there for you people that bash Canelo, saying he hasn't fought anyone. I understand, you know, because a lot of people have wanted Canelo to fight Lara in the past, but you got to remember, Canelo was supposed to fight Cotto. Cotto lost against Trout. That wasn't supposed to happen. That wasn't planned. Cotto lost, couldn't fight Cotto. Same thing with Victor Ortiz. Victor Ortiz lost to Josecito Lopez. Wasn't planned. It is what it is. Canelo did fight a bunch of 147 pounders moving up in weight, but guess what? He wasn't supposed to, okay? A lot of these guys he fought, it wasn't planned, all right? So you can't, it's not 100% his fault. Don't say that Canelo's ducking and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? The reason why some of these fights haven't been made is because, you know, some of these guys lost fights. All right, so I just wanted to give a breakdown on the fights. There's a lot of guys out there. There's a lot of good fights to be made in 2014. And other than the welterweight division at 147, I think this is going to be the best. I mean, this year was a great year in boxing already, but this next year coming up, all the fights that could be made, all the rising stars. I'm glad that Gabriel Rosado decided to go back to 154. It's like, and it's with him, it's like this, he never gets a break. You know, he just lost to Triple G. He just lost to Peter Quillen. Okay. J. Leon Love, we know what happened with that fight. All right. And he's jumping in the ring with Jamel Charlo, a guy that I think is another star in the making. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of competition right there. So just leave comments and let me know how you feel of who you want to see. Mainly, who do you want to see Canelo fight in order? I'm sorry. Who do you want to see Canelo fight in order? You know, he has 3 dates. Who do you want him to see? How do you feel about Cotto and Martinez? You know, what do you think some of these guys, what fights do you want to see at 154? Leave some comments, all right? I'm going to definitely do a prediction video. And then, you know what? Let me know, too. Leave comments on who do you think would win between Lara and Canelo. I might do a prediction video speaking on that based on how y'all comment. If I get enough comments or whatever, I might just do a prediction video even if the fight isn't set, just for the sake of discussion, including Demetrius Andrade. Do you think I'm overhyping him? Do you think he's not that good, or do you think he's better than both? A lot of people is already telling me that they think he's the best at 154 already, even better than Lara. All right, so leave comments and subscribe to the channel. And if you want, follow me on Twitter. The @ name is in the description of the video at wavy_10. All right, thank you.